What's good, everybody? We are back with the Sports and Seltzer episode. We got myself, we got Tyler from Sports and Seltzers, and we are here with Ravi and Ray with the Ravi and Ray show, and we're going to be doing UFC 288 fight predictions. Let's get to it.
Let's get it. We got to let you guys know we are This is what we're sponsored by, man. If you guys want, talking about creations, if you guys want the best creation, follow Jamie Circuit Creations on Instagram, baby. If you want it, she will make it for you. Let's go, man. Let's go. And also, we got one more sponsor for you guys. Steve Job Illustration and Design. If you guys need any logos or anything like that, hit up Steve Job Illustration and Designs on Instagram as well. Let's get it going, Robbie. What do we got today? Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get it going. Indeed is right, fellas. How we doing? UFC 288 right around the corner. We just had the press conference on. We're going to start it hot with the main card. The orders are going to go this time, Tyler, since you went last, you're going to go first this time, followed by Ray, Ross, and then myself. We'll get it started going. We'll get it going started hot with Con Gracie taking on Charles Jourdain. Tyler, start us off.
All right, well, first I got to start off by I am not the guru anymore. I didn't have the best pick, so I am not the guru. But, so for this fight, legendary Gracie family. Basically, I think as long as Gracie can get Jourdain on the ground, I think he's going to take it. Even an inactive Gracie, there's no way you want to be on the ground with one of the Gracie, members. So I think he's going to take it.
Yeah, you know what, Tyler? I agree with the same, man. I mean, like you said, man, a Gracie is a Gracie, and that family runs deep. And yeah, man, it's just gonna be really fun to see this fight. I definitely expect a submission from Kron Gracie.
All right, and for me, myself, first, I got to give a shout out to Rob Font, because Rob Font was the MVP for our last predictions, getting us beers, right, Tyler? For the fight prediction for this one, I know it's Gracie's first fight in 4 years. So it'll be interesting to see what he looks like coming back. I think Charles will look to push the pace. He'll try to strike him, try to take him down pretty quick. I think he's going to be aggressive. So I'm still going to go with Kron Gracie, though. I agree with both of you. I just think he will submit him. I think Charles will be too aggressive, and I think that's going to be his downfall.
Personally, I hate it when we all four of us agree. But Kron Gracie, 3.5, 4 years, stepping away, coming back. After some time, he really wanted to work better on his craft. Last fight against Cub Swanson, he tried to stand and bang with him, and you saw what happened. He gets his first MMA loss. I think he's going to go to the ground early. If this fight stays on the with both of them standing up, I could see Jourdain capitalizing on that. But if this fight hits the ground, Kron Gracie's taking it all the way. Next up, we have a few pullouts on this fight. We have Diego Lopez stepping up. First fight in UFC MMA debut. His only closest fight to UFC was in the Contender Series in 2021, Tyler, when he lost. On that one, he fights a scary fighter out of Russia, in Movsar Evloev. Who are we taking in this one, Tyler?
So, credit to Lopez for even taking this fight, going on a 5-day notice against an undefeated fighter. Also a fighter who's been on a crazy rise. And then while he's making his UFC debut. So, I mean, credit to him, but that's going to be too hard to go for him. Evloev, he's like Lopez is a huge underdog. I'm going for Evloev.
You know, Tyler, I got to agree with you, man. I really like Evloev's game, man. He's, dude, I think he's going to remain undefeated. I see that record going 17-0 against Lopez, man. I don't think Lopez can keep the pace with this guy. I think Evloev's going to take it.
Evloev, I'm with you both also. Evloev, he's just going to – I think, honestly, he's going to take him down. I think it's going to be a submission, too. Mitchell couldn't go, so they just threw someone in there, kind of last minute, giving this guy a chance. But this is going to be tough. I think it will be a submission. I don't think maybe it goes second round actually too. I don't think it's going to go too long. The only thing that worries me about this is last time we all picked Rosas when someone was undefeated, and look at how that turned out. So unless something crazy like that happens again, but I'm going to go Evlov.
Yeah, I'm not expecting anything crazy. If this fight is on the feet, Masvidal will dominate. If it's on the ground, he'll still dominate. Nothing against Diego Lopez. I know he's had a huge career outside of UFC, and he is a champion in the featherweight division outside of UFC. But Masvidal is just on a completely different level. He's on the come up on featherweight. And honestly, Volkanovski better watch out for this guy, and he better start scouting this guy because he's coming for that belt. Next up, we have maybe another contender fight on the line right over here, Tyler. We have Jessica Andrade versus, I'm going to try to not to butcher this, against Yan Xiaonan in the strawweight division. Andrade is the favorite on this, Tyler, by minus 190. Who are we taking on this?
I'm going Andrade. Her power just sets her apart from all the rest. Both strikers, so they're going to want to stand. But Andrade, her power, I think she's going to take it. There's not many strawweights I would take over her, honestly. I mean, that's becoming a pretty stacked division, especially with Blanchfield on the rise. I don't remember how to pronounce her name. But, yeah, with her power and her ground and pound, I think she's going to take the fight.
Dude, Jessica, she's extremely powerful. Tyler's 110% right. And I really, really like her in this fight. I think she's going to, dude, I can see it, man. I can see her doing a ground and pound definitely on Yan. So, man, I think it's going to be a close fight, though. But I'm going to go with Andrade.
Well, I hate for all of us to be on the same ride again right now, but I had Andrade too, honestly. Her last fight, she only had a week notice, so she didn't have much time to prepare. I know her last fight was a loss. I can't recall who she lost to last fight. But, okay. Yeah, with a week notice, that wasn't the fight for her. I think she's going to be ready. I think she's going to let it fly. She's powerful. Yan does have good technique, but I just think she's going to get knocked out. I see a knockout on this fight for Andrade.
We're close, Ross, but I see a second round finish by submission on this one. I think a lot of people are down on Andrade. That's why the odds are still kind of a little close on this fight. He did take that Erin Blanchfield fight on a week's notice, just like you said. She was on vacation when she took that fight. Yan was completely just dominated by Carla Esparza on her last fight. And for Carla Esparza to dominate someone, that's saying something. But if this fight stays on the feet, I can see Yan pulling it out. But I think Andrade is just too powerful. She's gonna get that takedown, and I feel like she's going. If Carla Esparza can do that to Yan, just imagine what Andrade is gonna do when she gets Yan on the ground. So I think this might be a complete dominant fight, and I think Andrade is gonna take this one quick. I hate for all of us to agree, fellas, but here's the fight that we are not going to agree on.
Here we go. So far, we're all the same, boys.
But hey, Rob, can I interject for a second? Can I ask something real quick? For those who don't know, there are actually, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there are 3 canceled fights. Now, I just got to ask you guys, what happened here? Do you guys know what happened? Does anybody know? Because I see Charles Oliveira on there, and he's fantastic. I love watching him fight. It's an absolute. It's like a heartbreak to not see this guy fight. I love his game. I like his fighting, man. I think he's entertaining. And he brings a lot to the table, and it really blows, man. He's not going to fight. Does anybody know what really happened?
I know for the Bryce Mitchell fight, I know that was the other one that was backed out. That was canceled twice. So I don't remember why the first one was canceled, but I know second one, Bryce Mitchell's out with her back. Something happened at camp, it sounded like, so he pulled out after the first one. So I don't know about the
Olivier
fight.
I love watching Bryce Mitchell, too. It sucks.
Thug nasty. Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Olivier fight got postponed, not just canceled, but got postponed to the June pay-per-view, I think it is. But it was part of Olivier. What was it?
He's fighting on 289 now.
Oh, yeah. So, he just got pushed back just one pay-per-view. It was Charles' side who had the injury, so They had to push
Wow.
back. Now
Yeah.
we have a new co-main event on this one. Bilal, remember the name, Muhammad against Gilbert Durinho Burns. This is where we're going to disagree, fellas, because this
I
fight
agree.
is a coin flip. This is going to be a close fight. Burns just fought. Bilal has been caught struggling to drop his weight because he's just been walking around the streets normal. Who are we taking on this one, Tyler?
Okay, so first of all, it's a 5-round fight for the co-main, right? With no belt on the line. So we get that, and it's just such a great fight on such a short notice. Burns' third fight in the top 15 in the last 4 months. Bilal on an 8-fight streak besides the Leon Edwards no contest. He got poked in the eye, right? Or yeah, that's what it was. But honestly, I love both these fighters. It's still crazy to me that Burns is fighting just after 4 weeks. 4 weeks after
yeah.
he retired Jorge, which awesome. I'm glad he did. That's what got us some beers. But this is the fight to see who fights for the championship, I think. Even though, Bilal has had his crazy streak without getting a title shot, I'm going to take Burns. And, the man, he's doing anything possible to get another shot after he lost that Kamaru Usman title shot. And if he wins, there's no denying. I mean, honestly, there's no denying either one. Whoever wins, this has got to be the championship fight to make. But I think Burns, he's dangerous everywhere, especially with his striking now. And honestly, like you said, this is for real a coin flip is what it seems like. Bilal, I believe, is taking this on a short notice also. I mean, they both are really, but Burns just got out of a fight, so he's more in shape. Bilal, I credit to both fighters. I mean, I cannot wait for this fight, honestly.
Real quick, Raymond, before you go on this, I'm sorry to tell you, Bilal is a plus 105 favorite. That's how close this fight is. And Tyler, to back you up on it, Dana White did confirm the winner of this fight will face the winner of Colby versus Leon, and he confirmed that in today's press conference. Go ahead, Ray.
What sucks about
Tyler,
that,
who did you get for that one, by the way?
I took Burns. This should be the fight to have the title. There shouldn't be.
I agree.
Anyways,
it is what it is. Yeah.
Well, I think honestly, Tyler, that was an extremely good analysis, and you are the guru, and I have to say this, sir. Bilal, remember the name, baby. Muhammad is going to win this fight. He is going to drop Gilbert Burns like a goddamn tuna fish, baby. That's what's gonna happen. Bilal, remember the name. Let's go. He's gonna win this fight.
Remember that.
All right. So both fighters, they average more than 2 takedowns a fight. So we know that they're going to come in going for takedowns, but they can both strike. Tyler said all that perfect too, right? I know, was it Sean Brady? That was the last fight for Bilal, right?
Right.
And normally he goes for grapples, and he didn't even attempt one in that fight against Brady. He just went straight at him and honestly overpowered him. So Bilal can do it all, but so can Burns, and that's why this is such a coin flip, right? They can both take each other down. They can both go for striking. We don't know. This fight could end as a submission. This fight could end as a knockout. It could end any different way. I think one thing they were talking about too, Gilbert, like Tyler said, 4 weeks ago, and then Bilal actually coming off Ramadan, right? So fasting.
Yeah.
I'm with Ray. I'm picking Bilal. Bilal is who I'm taking in this fight. I think he's going to be aggressive. I think he's going to push forward. I think Gilbert, I know it was 4 weeks ago, and maybe it wasn't much of a fight. He's probably not hurt at all because that wasn't even a fight. So Gilbert's probably fine coming off that fight. But I think Bilal, motivated, I think he's going to take this one by knockout.
Gilbert didn't even sweat putting Jorge into retirement. Gilbert should be the BMF title holder. Honestly, both of these guys, I absolutely love these guys in the welterweight division. Bilal deserves it. Gilbert deserves it. The winner of this fight, like Tyler said, should fight Leon for the belt. It is what it is. They're going to fight the winner of Leon and Colby. This is such a close one, guys. This is such a close one, and I knew we were going to have some split decisions in this one. Bilal is known to be a little bit of a slow starter, and I think Gilbert messed up. Gilbert messed up by making this fight a five round fight. If this fight was a 3 round fight, I probably would come on here and take Gilbert Burns. But because this fight is a 5 round fight, I think Burns take the first 2 rounds and Bilal will take the last 3 rounds if it goes down to decision, unless there's a finish. So I'm gonna go. Remember the name. Remember this, Tyler, where you're all alone right over here. I'm gonna go Bilal. Remember the name, Muhammad, and we officially have our first tiebreaker right here, Tyler. Thank you for buying the rounds and evening us out from the last fight.
So I'm officially rooting for Burns now in that fight.
Well,
that was the most excited I've ever seen Ravi in my life right there. For those who don't know, Bilal Muhammad is this man's one of the, actually, I think Izzy's your favorite, but Bilal's right there. Bilal's right there.
I love Bilal, man. He's such a cool dude. I actually met him in person. He's just such a great guy. I love Bilal. He's such a.
You met him in Vegas, right?
That's super cool.
No, it was in Phoenix. It was for 263 when Izzy beat Vittori. I went to that card, and Bilal was just parked right outside my hotel room, and it was just insane. He was just chilling in this Jeep after his face beaten in by Damian Maia. And yeah, it was great. I can fangirl about that all day. But Ross, don't worry, you don't have to change your pick.
Oh, I'm not changing the pick.
I think, Ross, on this one, there'll be some more splits on this one. Because we got Triple C returning. Henry Cejudo to fight Aljamain Sterling, the Funk Master. Tyler, this one's an exciting fight, man. We got Cejudo returning after 3 years, I believe, against Aljamain. Who are we taking on this?
So the ultimate cringe fight right here, right? So a few things. So with Sterling, I mean, he's had quite a few lucky wins recently. Winning the belt with a DQ, fighting a one-armed Dillashaw, that doesn't help his case at all. And what sucks for him is even if he wins this fight, he'll become the first bantamweight to defend his title for 3 defenses. But even if he wins, you can kind of already see the excuses for people to discredit him, saying Cejudo, it's his first fight in 3 years. I mean, everyone hates him, including me, but he's still a beast at being a backpack. He owns it about himself. Everyone knows exactly what he wants to do and what he is going to do. And he's still the champ, so credit to him. I hate watching him, but, he's a beast. But now Cejudo, after a 3-year layoff, he's been prepping literally everything for this fight. Between his walkouts, I don't know if you guys saw the strobe light video that he was doing. So I mean, he did the introductions. It's super cringy, but that's literally Cejudo, and he preps like crazy for all these fights. So the other thing is, I'm sure nobody knows because he never talks about it, but he's an Olympic wrestler with a gold medal. He's a double champ. Blah blah blah. He never talks about it, right? So I'm sure no one knows. But so the ultimate cringe fight, I am gonna take Triple C. I think he's gonna come out and, Sterling he's good at being a backpack. Cejudo being an Olympic wrestler, do you go in wanting to take Cejudo down? Sterling basically, he has to take his back. And also I think Cejudo's better on the feet. He's more explosive. He knocked out Dillashaw, just exploded out of nowhere, and knocked out Dillashaw. So I think, he has the advantage on the feet. He's got the advantage on the ground unless Sterling takes his back. That's the only way I see this fight going Sterling's way. I believe Cejudo's an underdog, right?
It's actually minus 110 for both of them, so they're tied.
Oh, it's a pick'em.
Yeah, it's a pick'em.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think Triple C's going to take it. And then we can hear nonstop about him again, about being a champ, But also with this fight, it's setting up for if Cejudo wins, Sean O'Malley versus Cejudo, and then like they got into it backstage a couple fights ago. I don't remember when it was, but Mr. Undefeated versus Triple C.
I feel like I feel like Triple C would dominate that.
Yeah, but Cejudo is the ultimate like pride fighter. So if he does, I mean, if he goes in there, he's gonna want to stand up with O'Malley, and that's not gonna be a smart thing to do, though.
Tyler, real quick, before, let me remind you that we actually have to pick a round and a winner in this fight, or decision,
Oh,
because this is the main event. Because this is the tie. This could possibly be the tiebreaker. You never know, or this could even us out.
shit. Let's
That
see.
is tough to call in this fight.
Yeah, it is.
Very tough. Very
Points
tough.
will-
Very tough.
Gosh, I feel like there's just gonna be a lot of ground control too. I'm gonna go unanimous decision for Cejudo.
All right.
Wow. Honestly, man, I honestly truly couldn't have given a better analysis than Tyler right there. I do agree 110% that Henry Cejudo is going to win this fight. I understand that Aljamain Sterling, he's had more fights, way more. He's been way more active. That does play a part, but I was going to believe that until I just saw John Jones. John Jones hasn't been really in the UFC, fighting like that. And he came in, he literally did that in the first round. I think it's going to be a first round submission.
Ooh.
I think Henry Cejudo is going to submit him in one round.
All right. So I am actually taking Triple C as well. I got Cejudo. I got it being a split decision. I think it will come down to the wire. I think Sterling, Tyler mentioned it, his last 3 fights, all 3 of them, I think there was something, right? The first one of the 3, there was a knee issue or something with one of them. Then that last one was the arm. He had a knee, right? Knee issue?
No. He won the belt by an illegal knee. Piotr Jan.
There you go. Yeah. So, I mean, the last 3 fights, it's hard to tell really how great Sterling could be, right? At least when we look at those last 3 fights, because all of them have something going on in there. And Triple C coming back, he has been training so hard for this fight. There is no way he hasn't. He wants this bad. He's in shape. He is an Olympic gold medal wrestler, so he's not going to let Sterling take control on the ground. So Sterling's going to have to figure out how to approach that. He's going to probably try to keep distance. I honestly think, I know Sterling is a grappler too, and he had 8 takedowns in his last 3 fights, so he definitely will go for the takedowns. But in this fight, you might want to step back a little bit. He might try to do a longer striking style and kind of keep him at bay, because if he gets down to the ground, then it could end before 5 rounds. But I am going to take Cejudo, and I'm going to take him split decision. I think it's going to go all 5 rounds this fight.
Ross, what you were trying to get at?
Real quick, Ravi.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Sterling, he's huge for his weight class, right? It's 135. So he claims. What does he claim that he walks around at? He claims he walks around at like 170 something. He has a huge weight cut. He's huge for that. He's gonna be much bigger. Come fight. Once they go to the ring, he's gonna be much bigger than Cejudo.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember what it is. I think he claims his walking weight's like 170 or 180 or something like that.
That is a ginormous.
That's a lot of weight.
That is a lot. Yeah.
That's
but
crazy.
He's actually only 5'7", but he's very bulky. Tyler, I don't know if you saw the press conference, but Cejudo was actually calling out Aljo on this, and he was like, he's having trouble making weight, and he was calling up the backup fighter to be ready on this fight. So I don't know, maybe there's something. Maybe this fight is not official. Maybe we wake up tomorrow, Friday morning, and Aljamain misses weight, and something happens, and maybe we're in for an interim fight. I don't know. But the suit he was wearing, Tyler, to your point, it was definitely not fitted for him. When you guys go see it, he just looked awkward when he stood up in that suit. So maybe there is something to do with his weight. Ross, to your point, the last 3 fights, TJ Dillashaw fought with the broken arm.
Dislocated shoulder.
Dislocated shoulder. I'm sorry. Thank you. Peter Yan with the illegal knee. And then the third fight that you were trying to remember, All went down to that first round. Who won that first round? I had Peter Yan winning that
Two.
fight.
That's right. It was a close decision. That's
Yep.
right.
Yeah, I had Peter Yan winning that fight. I was very shocked by that decision. But it's just you got to live with the judges sometimes. Cejudo hasn't fought in 3 years, but I think what we're discrediting is Cejudo's striking ability. That's so superior as well. He's really fallen. He's a gold champion, gold medalist wrestler, which he'll never brag about ever.
Olympic
Wrestler. Sorry. But I think it's the striking that's going to get it done for him. I'm calling a third round knockout for Cejudo to reclaim. I think he's going to start off a little slow in the first round. He's going to get his groove in the second round, and he's going to finish Aljo in the third round. And I think it's going to be in a dominant fashion way. And he's going to call out Sean O'Malley. And then after that, he already let you guys know who's next. It's Alexander Volkanovski.
Well, no, first it's O'Malley, remember?
First O'Malley, yeah.
First O'Malley, then he's going up.
Yeah. So.
And did you see the pillows that he brought?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Dude, ultimate cringe guy, right?
he's definitely the ultimate cringe guy. Tyler, since you are our guru over here, I'm
the deciding factor, by the way. I'm the only person that took someone different.
I know. I'm excited for that.
Let's go, Burns.
Yeah.
Tyler, how does Aljo get it done over here, man? Is he gonna have to backpack to get it done? Do you think he can finish Cejudo? He is much bigger than Cejudo. How do you think Aljo can get this fight done?
I honestly think the only way that Aljo wins is he's gonna have to take his back and ride him out throughout the whole fight. I think if Sterling wins, I know I said unanimous decision for Cejudo, but I think for Sterling to win, it has to go to the judges, because I think he's just, or I mean, I guess like rear naked choke or something, but like he did to Sanhagen. But yeah, I mean, I really think for Sterling to win, he's just got to hold his back, because I mean, really, like you said, I mean, Cejudo has the advantage on the feet. Cejudo, I think, has the advantage in wrestling, that's for sure. But there's no one in the UFC that can hold someone's back like Sterling, which is so unfortunate, because it's, granted, it's not like I'm a huge MMA guy or anything, but it's not the most fun to watch. I hate Sterling. I think he's just the way he handled himself with all the with getting the belt and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he doesn't win, dude. And ultimately, either one of these guys, whoever wins, we're never not going to hear about it. Both these guys are going to be so loud and so obnoxious about this. So, but I think Cejudo versus O'Malley would be a fun fight to watch. I think Sterling will take O'Malley on the ground, and he'll just ride him out. But Cejudo, I think he'll actually stand with him. So I think that would be something cool to watch. But Mr. Undefeated Sean O'Malley will be exciting to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a fun fight. Ross, I actually got a question for you. I know you mentioned you're not worried about ring rust when you saw John Jones, but that case was a little different. John Jones never retired.
That was Ray.
Oh, sorry. Was that you, Ray?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Ray. You tell me on this one. You said you're not worried about ring rust. John Jones retiring. John Jones actually never retired. Cejudo is the one that walked away.
I'm sorry. Well, because I know that John Jones was out of the sport for quite some time. I apologize for saying retiring, but
no, you didn't say retiring. My bad. What I meant to say is that Cejudo's the one that retired. John Jones said he's going to be moving up, so ring rust could still happen. Are you worried about any ring rust?
I'm not, man. Honestly, dude, that got disproven. Because it's not like Henry Cejudo hasn't been working. He's been working for a minute. But yeah, dude, I think John Jones proved that that's not really an issue. I mean, I'm not going to say that Cyril Gane was way more active, obviously, than John Jones, and John Jones defeated him in one round. So I kind of see, dude. I think Henry Cejudo's he's solid, man. I think he's gonna do it in one round. I just have that feeling, man. I have that feeling.
The only thing, though, John Jones, he took a lot of time to work to get to heavyweight.
He did.
I mean, he was constantly training and getting bigger. So I think that's part of the reason why he came into the fight so ready. I mean,
and I think he's just I think for me, he's John Jones. So like,
Yeah,
it's hard for
and
me to compare like him walking away to other people right now just because he's John Jones. Like he just anyone to doubt him, you can't doubt him anymore. And I think I agree with Ray though. I think Cejudo, he's been working out. I think he'll be okay. I think most of us, or no, we all chose the two people who have ring rust, right? Because we're looking at Cejudo, we both chose him, and even Kron Gracie. So we all chose the same fighter for the ones we think we have ring rust, but we think they're going to come back and be ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we got some bangers, and we cannot forget the featured fight of the prelim fight is Drew Dober, man. I love watching Drew Dober.
dude, I love Dover too. He looks like the ultimate frat dude.
He does. He totally does. Tyler, you got some resemblance towards him. I'm not gonna lie. I love Drew Dober, man.
Hey, you're the frat boy guru.
Yeah, frat boy guru over
Yeah,
here.
I guess so, man.
Well, I want to give a big shout to honestly, like UFC putting this fight together. The Bilal and Burns throwing that fight together is huge for this card.
That's
Because
wild.
the Luz Oliveira
Especially
and
short
throwing
notice
them
like
in
that.
there and being like, hey, we're gonna give you this fight. That's why I feel like UFC has become so popular because if something happens, they still put something together. And throwing that fight together and gonna watch Bilal and Burns go at it, that's gonna be a great fight to watch. So it's not like we're missing too much.
Absolutely. And just like you said, put this card together, Tyler. I don't know if you really had a good chance to go see the card. Is there any other fights outside of the main card that you're really excited for? I'll give you one of mine. I'm really excited to see. I'm gonna see if I'm probably gonna butcher his name. Kennedy Njachukwu. Completely butchered it. When he this guy is in the ring, he looks like they're fighting in three different classes. Because he just towers over the guy. I think this is his 5th year in UFC. We're all just excited for him to put it together. I'm really excited to see Kennedy fight on this one. Is there any other fight that you're really excited for, Tyler? We got Marina Rodriguez, Phil Hawes on this fight.
I was definitely excited for Drew Dober. Let's see who else is on the prelims. I'll say this: I think Braxton Smith is going to win by knockout. But he's featuring on the early prelims.
Early prelims,
He's
yeah.
early, yeah.
Drew Dober. What was that?
You're counting Parker Porter out?
I am. I think Braxton Smith's going to win. But yeah, Drew Dober. I think. I thought for sure he was going to get moved up to the main card. I'm surprised he didn't, honestly. But I mean, the man he's on a streak right now, and I think he's going to continue it. And honestly, I'm excited. Usually, I don't watch a ton of the prelims, but I'm excited to watch him fight.
I love watching the prelims. Why is Drew Dober? Why doesn't he try to move up a little bit? Because I feel like he really should try to make a little bit of a run. I know he's, one trick pony. He'll stand and bang, but this guy has a massive chin. Because then his last fight was Terrence McKinney, right? And I think I really thought McKinney was going to finish Dober in that fight, and Dober just absolutely demolished McKinney. And all McKinney's hype on that fight too. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see Drew Dober fight.
I think his last fight was Bobby Green. He won. Yeah. Bobby he beat Green, Alves, and McKinney. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a few
all
fights
3 TKO.
Yeah. I just really think he's in the what are they, welterweight, right? No, I'm sorry, they're lightweight. I would just say at least try to go for the rankings. I'm just surprised this guy is featured, it feels like, on every single main prelim. And he's still just not moving up the rankings. Like, it just sounds like he just kind of wants to be over there. I could totally see him being like a little bit of a hype Mike Chandler type fighter, and moving up the rankings. Ross, I see you doing your research over there. Is there anyone else that you're excited for?
Well, I was going to say the fight I'm excited for is Chaos just because his name is Chaos. So I'm excited for Chaos Williams. That just sounds like it's going to be nuts. So I'm going to say Chaos Williams. I was looking at odds and spreads, and it's interesting to see Eveline minus 900 against Lopez. which is obvious because obviously it's his debut, but that is just huge.
Debut
But
and
this is
5-day
plus
notice.
600.
Crazy.
Yeah, plus 600, so minus 900 for Evelop. So
Does it show you for early prelims what the odds are?
yes, it does.
Can you tell me who's favored in Phil Haas and Ikram? I don't even want to try to say his
Phil
last
Haas is Ikram is favored. Phil Haas is plus 165. Ikram's minus 195 for that fight.
name. I thought you were gonna say Ikram is the dog on this one, because if Ikram
Nope,
was the
he's
dog,
the favorite.
if he was the dog, I would say go put your house on this guy, because I think he's gonna dominate Phil Haas.
I was
Nothing
gonna
against
say
Phil
he's
Haas. I
13
like
and
Phil Haas.
1. Yeah.
Just would you want to fight a guy named Ikram? I know I wouldn't.
No. And I
Well,
wouldn't want to
let's
fight
rock.
Chaos either.
Listen, I wouldn't want to fight any of these. I wouldn't want to fight any of the girls in the UFC. I wouldn't want to fight anybody.
Nobody.
They're all gonna
Nobody.
put me
Yeah, no. I would last 5 seconds.
That would just be walking up to what's it called? Nap up right before I get put to sleep, basically.
I'm gonna put you guys on the spot over here, okay? I want you guys to find and pick the fight of the night. Where do you guys think the fight of the night is gonna be?
I think it's going to be Bilal and Burns, if you ask me.
Me
I
too,
think that's going
yeah.
to be fight of the night. I
Bilal
think
and
they're going to go at it, and I think it's going to be aggressive, and I think it's going to be the best fight of the night, easily.
I agree 110%
Really?
with Ross. Oh yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to more of the co-event than the actual main event. To be quite honest with you.
Wow, you're not excited for Triple C? But you know what, Raymond? I feel like I'm with you. I feel like this fight is something that could easily be a main event itself, because it's such an exciting fight.
Well, like you said, it's a big deal because it's going to lead up to
I think it
Edwards.
could be a main event.
Colby.
For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. I know, Tyler. I know Colby said.
Honestly, I think
I'm sorry.
Raj and
What was that?
what was that?
Oh, I was gonna say.
I was just saying. I think honestly. Go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead. I'm muting.
Is there like a major lag or something? I don't know what's going on.
He muted.
I don't remember what I was gonna say now. I completely lost my train of thought, dude. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go. Okay, go ahead. I think Andrade and Xion and Yon. I don't know how to say her name. Honestly, I think that has potential to be a super underrated fight just because they're both strikers, and that's what people always want to see, right? So I mean, I think that has actually a good chance of being a really good fight to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited to see Masvidal fight, and I'm really excited for you to see him actually, Tyler, because I think you're going to be a little scared of this guy coming up for Volkanovski, because I think this is going to be somebody that might try to call out Volk from the number 10 spot because he just has so much hype around him, and I think he's going to go in and just dominate Diego Lopez, and I think this is, Masvidal might be a fight or two away from fighting Volkanovski for that belt. It's going to be really exciting to see. We have a great card on our hands, fellas. Is there anything else before we want to wrap it up?
Volk isn't scared of
Burns.
anybody. Go Burns, yeah. We'll be ready for 2 rounds.
What sucks too is I love both fighters. I don't want to see either of them lose, but I want an extra beer. So
Me
let's
too.
go Burns.
We put our
Let's
differences
go.
aside for an $8 beer. That'll really.
Well, until next time, then, fellas, I think we are all out over here. I can't wait until UFC 289, and that'll be the tiebreaker after me and Raymond take this W and take your guys' beers. So until next time, fellas, we are out of here. Peace.